"Happy birthday!" They shouted in unison, my wife, my two kids, even the damn dog, barking like it had rehearsed. There it was, a neatly wrapped box sitting on the kitchen table, blue paper, gold ribbon, confetti scattered as if it mattered. I opened it. Inside, a one-way bus ticket to Arizona. No return. My wife stood behind the kids, grinning like she had already won something. "It's time for you to leave," she said, her voice almost too sweet, too rehearsed. "So we can start new lives with my rich boyfriend." I didn't respond. No tears, no anger, just silence. I took the ticket, kissed my daughter's forehead, nodded at my son, and said, "Thank you." Then I walked out the door. We had been married for 18 years. We met in college. She wanted to be a teacher. I wanted a quiet life. We built it, or so I thought. 2 kids, a mortgage, barbecues with neighbors, game nights, laughs, little touches in the hallway. All those little things that made it feel real. But somewhere along the way, things started fading. It wasn't one big moment. It was a coffee left cold on the table, her turning her phone over when I entered the room, vacant smiles, and excuses to stay late at work. I noticed. I said nothing. That was my first mistake. The truth came on a Tuesday. She left her laptop open. I wasn't snooping. I just passed by. But the message preview popped up like a loaded gun. Asterisk, "Don't worry, babe. He'll be gone after his birthday." I booked the ticket like we planned. Asterisk, his name was Carter. Corporate lawyer. Drove a black BMW. He smiled like he owned every room. I'd seen him once, shaking hands at my son's school fundraiser. He shook my hand, too. The same hand he probably used to unzip my wife's dress. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I played dumb. Smiled at dinner. Took out the trash. Kissed her goodnight. And every night I planned, step by step. I canceled my credit cards, but made it look like the bank flagged them for fraud. She didn't notice when the replacement cards arrived at a P.O. box under my name. I rerouted the mail quietly. Transferred money out of our joint account $$ 400 at a time, small enough not to trigger alerts. I met with a divorce attorney. The best one, the kind of lawyer Carter would hate. I planted a GPS tracker in her car, not to follow her, but to record and document. She went to his place 3 times a week, sometimes with my kids. She didn't know I had cameras in the teddy bear in the back seat. Then I made a will, leaving the house to my sister. She's a social worker, salt of the earth, loves my kids. I gave her temporary guardianship through my attorney, just in case things got ugly. CPS documentation was already filled out and signed. I backed up everything, messages, videos, location logs. I labeled the folder Truth Insurance. I even made copies, one for my lawyer, one for school counselor, one for Carter's firm. So when she handed me that box on my birthday, I smiled. I boarded that bus, not because I was broken, but because I was ready. 2 weeks later, they got the box. Inside was a hardcover photo album, gold-trimmed and white leather. Elegant. Page 1 was a screenshot of Carter's text. He still doesn't know. Asterisk. I can't wait to sleep in our bed. Asterisk page 2. A GPS map of their late-night drives. Page 3. Images from the teddy bear cam. Her in the driver's seat, Carter's hand on her thigh, my kids in the back seat. Pages 4 through 20. Receipts, bank transfers, car rentals, hotel check-ins, dates, times, faces. The last page was a handwritten note. Asterisk. I hope your new life is worth it. The judge will call you soon. Happy belated birthday. Asterisk. I received 93 missed calls, 20 from her lawyer, 6 voicemails from Carter, his voice cracking as he begged to talk this through. My sister told me the rest. She was served full custody papers that morning. Emergency hearing scheduled. Carter's firm got an anonymous tip about his extracurriculars with a married client and launched an internal ethics review. My wife showed up to court in a panic. No makeup, no lawyer, just tears. I showed up in a suit, calm and composed. The judge read every page of the album into evidence. My wife tried to speak, but the judge silenced her. Carter dumped her 3 days later. His reputation was in tatters. His partnership revoked. She lost the house, the car, and eventually custody. I didn't ask for alimony, just full guardianship. I told the court, I want my kids to grow up in a home where trust matters. They granted it. Now I live 2 towns away. Bought a little fixer-upper in a quiet neighborhood. Good school. My daughter draws rainbows on the fridge. My son sleeps better. They don't ask about her much, but when they do, I say she made some bad choices. We all live with consequences. She still sends emails sometimes, mostly apologies, sometimes blame, sometimes begging. I don't respond. The truth is, I left with nothing and came back with everything. Her birthday's next month. I've already wrapped her gift, restraining order tied in a blue ribbon.